na habang mag-celebrate sa atong kapistahan. Fiesta! Happy Fiesta to everybody. Manggabi ka na itong tanan. Ganon. Diba? Kakaloka. Manggabi ka na itong tanan. Charot. Okay, joke ako ha. Why Fiesta diri? Okay? Wala mga Santa Cruzan or whatever. Okay guys, puro gini-vlog, live streaming. Ganon. Okay guys, napaktay tayong gamay. Mag-vlog sa ako para kumalaki si Char. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get... So this is not really lengthy. I will manage my time, right? It's gonna be maximum of 45 minutes. Okay? Ganun siya. So let's recap what we have studied yesterday. We talked about triglycerides, right? Okay, who could give the definition of triglycerides? So you can give only at least one, or that would be enough. Okay, triglycerides. Okay, ganon. Okay, there's the much on triglycerides because this is the main constituent of our fats in our body. Okay, 80% up. Okay, so this can cause obesity, overweight, hypoglycemia, okay, hypertriglyceridemia, hypertriglyceridemia. Wow! Okay guys, muna siya ang formula C6H8O6, the same with ascorbic acid, but differs only with their structural orientation and physical and chemical properties. Ganon! Okay, so what is the main function of triglycerides? So, but before that, we need to, this is only a recap ha, I will not make too long. Okay. The triglyceride guys is hydrophobic. Okay. Hydrophobic. Okay, meaning it is not soluble into water. Okay. Hydrophobic. This will be carried and transported to our lipoproteins, or what we call the cholesterol. The cholesterol and triglycerides are friendship with each other. Okay, that's why in the formula, total cholesterol is equal to the low density lipoprotein plus the high density lipoprotein plus 0.20 or 20% of your triglycerides, something like that. So the lipoprotein will carry these triglycerides from places to places into the bloodstream. Okay? Like that, and we'll transfer this to all the organs receptors that needs triglycerides for the energy production. Okay, because the purpose of triglycerides is really for energy production inside our body, and of course this can also store unused calories. Unused, imagine if there are being burned calories, there are also calories that stuck up inside your stomach. So this is the function of the triglycerides. And later, he will release that. Okay? So that calories we mean are the CH2O, okay? Again, the fat or the lipid, and then the protein. Okay? Like that. So this will store the unused, okay, lipids, carbohydrates, protein, like that, to be used later after burning it out, after your metabolic cycle, something like that, and then it will give you energy. Actually, commonly siya sa mga fats guys, no nga, kundi siya mo contribute for the, for the fluidity, rigidity, and flexibility of our cell membrane. Okay? Mo protect siya sa cell membrane nato. Okay, ganon. So, muna siyang triglycerides, malataan na ha. Now we go to the phospholipid. Okay. You get the point? Phospholipid is also a part of fat. Okay? Like that. So you can remember that we have a lipid, okay, composed of fatty acids or fats. Okay, and here in the other side is also triglycerides. Ganon. Okay? In fact, it just written as glycerides, not triglycerides, because this is general. This is the whole chart. Lipid composed of the fatty acids or the fats, and then the glycerides. The glycerides will break into neutral, okay, and the phosphoroglycerides. And then siya chucho. Okay? So the phosphoglycerol is known also phospholipids. Okay? So under definition sa fat and phospholipid, guys, if there is a word lipid, automatic, technically, that is one kind of a fat or one type of a fat. Saan yung mga lipid-lipid, chupa-chucho, ha? Okay. So fat put ang cholesterol because the technical name is lipoprotein. Lipo stands for lipid plus protein. Nakalain natin, combine siya with protein. Okay, ganon. Okay, so ibig pala sabihin guys, ang triglyceride hindi siya kalihok if wala si lipoprotein. Because si lipoprotein, he will be the one to carry him out to transport in our bloodstream. Okay? So he will become useless. And time will come, this lipoprotein cannot carry him anymore. Because too much level of our triglycerides, then it will stuck to the blood vessels and badding, the blood vessels going to your artery and going to your brain. That's why you will develop cardiovascular diseases, stroke, heart attack because the plate is too much already. The lipoprotein cannot hold it because triglyceride is hydrophobic. It will not be flushed away from our body immediately. It is not soluble. Okay? And its main function really is to store unused calories. So why he will go out immediately if he is storing those fats, lipids first as his function, right? Okay? So muna siya natabo. Okay? Okay. Now, we go to the phospholipids. Okay? Phospholipids. There's no exact formula for the phospholipids, but I need to discuss the general formula for this, ha? Okay, nakikita ng mga kuan semen, sperm cell, like that. Okay, from sex hormone of female is estrogen, like that. For male, sex hormone is the testosterone. For the production of that, okay, cholesterol is very, very important also in doing the job to make the person fertile and productive. Pwede siya mabaog. Okay, so cholesterol level must be maintained for that also. Okay, ganun siya. So, kung saan metabolism higay mo na ang phospholipid, lagi siya phosphate, ha? From the word itself. Phosphate plus lipid, o ganon. Okay, the only difference, guys, is this phospholipid is somewhat kind of hydrophobic and somewhat kind of hydrophilic, meaning the head can be dissolved in water, the tail cannot be dissolved in water. Okay? Meaning to say, dali na siya makaikyas compared to triglycerides. Okay? That's why phospholipids, because of the characteristic, it shall be fortified in all food supplements and multivitamins. If you can see the packaging of the multivitamins and vitamins, there is always content known as phospholipid. Because of that reason, okay, somewhat hydrophilic, soluble to water, and somewhat also hydrophobic. So, divide. Si triglyceride, hindi siya soluble. Hindi siya kagawas with me. You get the point? So normally, if he cannot escape inside our body, he will be deposited there all the time, especially if you're drinking alcoholic beverage, wine, whiskey, beer, sadiki, or whatever. So it accumulates in your system. Then you have also triglycerides, you have sugar, your kabush, rice, whatever, like that, milk bread, like that. Wala. Plus of drinks pa. Okay, mudakuin mo tiyan. Okay? Mubulge ang tiyan, then you develop a visceral fat. Now, you need that to burn because triglycerides will not go out immediately. Okay? Saan niya pag-uwag kung baga pakita glucose imong tiyan? Glucose will be born first. Okay? You get the point? Yung dapat yung mga ketosis sugars, gano'n mga ketosis pata, charot. Okay, so nakakaloka. Okay? So, muna siya yung tabo guys. Okay? Now, I will explain. So, phospholipid function. Anybody? Charot. Anybody? Badi talaga. Okay, phospholipid. 3 functions lang yun siya guys ha. The clue and the idea for the function and definition of phospholipid is somewhat like a fat or somewhat like also a cholesterol because they belong to the same family, lipid family. Okay? But nalagin siya gamay ng mga differential chupa-chucho. Okay? So the first function of phospholipid is the major component of our cell membrane. Okay? That's why it's being one of the ingredients of vitamins, capsules, or tablets or whatever, or medicines because of this characteristic. Okay? Major component of our cell membrane. Okay? Component siya. Okay? Ganon. What else? Okay? Vital function of vital, meaning significant, important, essential. Vital function of creating, take note, very important, cellular barrier. What will happen if our anatomy structures inside our body, there will be no barrier. So, any bad microorganism can attack directly in the outer layer of our cell membrane or our different organs. So the rule of the phospholipid is to let that region enough that there is no other foreign substances or any foreign molecules or any bad microorganism that could attack there. So he will stop this phospholipid. You get the point? He will try to create a cellular barrier, just like a barricade. We may do lifting operation, excavation, at the barricade, just like the function of a phospholipid inside our body. Right? Very important, right? Just like our house. Our house having a wall. Okay, if we don't have a wall, then anybody can enter our house. Okay, there's no security out of that. And in fact, it could create also chaos or any kinds of, what do you call this one? Unpeaceful situation, meaning there's no peace. Okay, so vital function of creating cellular barrier. Wow, bongga. Okay? Ganon. Okay, what else? Tulo lang. Okay, masakit itong brain cells. Actually, meron yung mga lalain, mga dito, kung ano siya yung mga, di na siya major definition. Okay, number 3, what else? It will enhance, it will aid the movement, again, see, vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and other fat containing molecules also that we take in. Okay, not only because we have also fats we take in, like the carbohydrates, like the, for example, the butter chicken, fried chicken, the red meat, the oily foods, all kinds of meats like that, fats and oils. So it contains fat also, but fat soluble containing ng siya. Okay? Ang yang kayahon. Okay, sa phospholipid. You get the point? So, it will aid the movement, or shall we say the transport, okay? Transport of vitamins. See, very important, right? How come the vitamins will go to the organ receptors if the phospholipid will not transport this there? So, problem, right? So, we should have enough level of phospholipid. Really fortified in the vitamins, multivitamins, food supplements, medicines, kaya maugin na siya iyang trabaho, guys. Okay? Okay, the transport of vitamins, chararat, nutrients, okay. Now, kung sige tagkaon ng vitamin C, vitamin D, then it will become also useless if our phospholipid is dying. Okay, because our phospholipid cannot transport. And then the vitamin C will not go directly to the exact organ that needs it. Okay? And also the food contains any kinds of vitamins. So, tuyo ka siya dito, siya padulungan. So, dapat sugaton siya ni phospholipids, okay, para maato siya sa iyang specific nga trabaho. Ato sa liver, sa gallbladder, sa small intestine, ganun siya. Okay? Ganon. Okay? And that's very clear. Okay? Why namin siya career namin siya, guys? Because as I told you, because he is very hydrophilic. He can be easily flow with the water. And then can easily flow also in the bloodstream. Unlike triglycerides, ito siya mato sa dugo diretso. Because the water cannot mix him. They cannot mix each other. Because hydrophobic. So problem talaga siya, malipusan siya sa bloodstream. Okay? Ganon. As kanyang mga lipoprotein. Okay, kanyang mga cholesterol. You get the point? O, ano siya yung mga function. So, phospholipid, major component of our cell membrane. Number 2, vital function of creating cellular barrier. Number 3, aid the movement and transport of vitamins, nutrients, minerals, and other fat-containing molecules throughout our internal body system. Ganon. Okay, that's the function. Now I'll be able to discuss the formula and the structural formula of a phospholipid. What's this look like into our body? Something like that. Okay? So, as I told you, wala siyang salmon or sponge na siya ulo, nasa siya ikog. Something like anak siya. Tadalat. Ganon. O, diba? Tadalat. Ganon. Tadalat. Ganon. Tadalat. Ganon. Okay? Pati kung kumudrawing ko let's go. Diba? Kaloka. So, nasa iba yung ulo. And then, there's a tails. Tadalat. Ganon. Tadalat. Ganon. Tadalat. Ganon. Ang usa ka tail niya, ang usa ka tail ni Pico. Okay? It's being bended so that the substances can easily enter with him. Easily combine, something like that's a purpose for that. Why the other tail is bending and there's an angle of inclination, okay, towards the movement and transport of this phospholipid with other biochemical substances inside our body. Ganon. And in fact, this could be technically the unsaturated fat. Okay? Kaya dili man mo bend ang saturated fat. Okay, only the unsaturated fat that undergoes folding just like protein. Okay, protein folding. Okay, when it form and create another form of proteins during translation. Okay, transcription, translation like that, and after that, ano siya. Okay, saan siya? Para atong sigsag-sigsag na kayo, mo man ang carbon. Carbon, hydrogen chain. Ganon. May double band reari. The double band signifies where is the region to bend. Okay? So, ay mo pataka o band. Ato yung bend sa double band. Ganon. Okay? So, let's say this is an oleic acid. Oleic acid is non-essential fatty acid, okay? Because it can biosynthesized. Okay, it's not coming from the diet food we eat. Okay, food supplement or any vitamins, right? Okay, so let's say oleic siya. Okay, sa kaikog. Oleic acid. Okay. What is the physical description of an oleic acid? That is monounsaturated, okay, fatty acid. Okay, monounsaturated fatty acid. Okay, ganon. Okay. And then the other one will be saturated because straight siya ang tail. That is one also of the characteristic of the saturated, straight rigid siya. Di siya mapikok. Okay, that is saturated fatty acid, or let us say this is a cheiric acid. Then I get cheiric, okay? Cheiric acid, because these are the acids found in butter, cheese, fats and oils, and then sometimes it could also be used in the processing of soap, shampoo, shave, the liquid. So that's also contain a bit of stearic acid, something like that. Okay, so it's not only limited to food industries, but also to soap and shampoo industry, something like that. Okay, based on my research. Ganon. Okay, so stearic acid. So if you want to double check, just verify and double check. Okay, like that. So stearic acid is 18 atoms of carbon, 36 atoms of hydrogen, and 2 atoms of oxygen. Oleic acid, same, 18 atoms of carbon, 34 atoms of hydrogen, and 2 atoms of oxygen. Ganon. Now guys, this is the tail. Okay, tail. So the tails are fats. The characteristic of fats are not soluble to water. Okay, like that. So that is hydrophobic. Okay. Phobic guys because from the word phobia. Phobia meaning to say the fear of anything. Like that. So if you have the fear of anything, of course, the tail will not combine to water because nahadlock siya sa water. So it's called hydrophobic. The root word is phobia. Okay, and then the hydro stands for water. Okay, like hydrosphere, ganon. Hydrostatic pressure, ganon. So hydro means water, okay? Hydrolysis, hydrogenation, ganon. Okay, like that. Hydrophobic tails. And the other one also, at the head, is the hydrophobic head, of course. Diba? Hydrophobic head. Now, the head will go directly to the water, ha? Ano siya? Dili maguna ang ikog. The head will go directly to be combined with the lipoprotein, like that, and then it will push the triglycerides to its exact and proper way in going to our different organ receptors that needs triglycerides. As I told you earlier, that is it for energy production. So how can our organs receive an energy if there will be no triglycerides? Will be going there. Okay, something like that. Okay, so this is the phospholipids. So the phospho means phosphate. So I have to put phosphate in the head. Kaloka. Kaya siya phosphate ang iyang head. Charot. Okay, and also take note, di ba? Sa triglyceride, there's no phosphate. But in this phospholipid, this is very, very special. We need to add phosphate, glycerol, and fatty acids. So muna na yung hinumduman. So for example, if the examination in the future will say, what are the components of a phospholipid? Ganon. So your answer will be phosphate group, glycerol, and fatty acids. And then if you modify also the question in the future like this, what are the components of a fatty acid? Then ganon. So carbon and hydrogen plus the carboxyl group, carboxylic group. What are the components of triglycerides? O, ano mo? 1 glyceride plus 3 fatty acids. Okay. So that di ka bunganga na examination. Na kayo mga idea sa mga biochemical substances inside your body, which are very, very, very important for our survival. Okay, ganon. Okay. Now we need to add a glycerol here. Again, glycerol is an alcohol, right? Is a sugar alcohol came from or come from beer, wine, whiskey, all alcoholic beverages to the process of fermentation. Okay, through the raw material of it's gonna be maltose, M-A-L-T, malt. Actually, malt, M-A-L-T. And then the sugar that will be produced will be maltose, and the alcohol will produce is glycerol. Something like that. Okay, so there's gonna be like this. So 3 carbon atoms. Ganon. Okay. Now, the carboxylic group will attach again, same story, to the hydroxyl group of the glycerol. Okay, ganon. So, mo bitang magkinahanglan tag alcohol guys because how can the fatty acid will react to have a phospholipid if we don't have also alcohol in our body? Mo bitang may lang mga, kailangan kay tag alcohol, mo na siya ang point. This is the main reason why we need an alcohol in our body. But it doesn't mean to drink alcohol. Okay? It does mean, it means that there's an alcohol manufacturing inside our body. Okay, then if you want, so it's okay. It's up to you. Okay? Then we have the 3 carbons here, the and there's an OH here. The OH is a polar molecule combined to the carboxyl group. Okay? So, ano ko siya po-connect? Ganon. Ganon. Kakaloka. Okay, so COH mo na ang kuan acid. Ganon. So, ano siya? Balitok siya dito ato. O niya, Oh, kani siya. Okay. So, ang OH sa glycerol alcohol mo combine sa OH fatty acid. Okay? Kay polar man. Okay? Polar molecule. Okay, meaning to say, there's a lot of unshared valence electrons that these elements or compounds or organic substances can attach and combine well. Okay, because if there's no excess unpaired electrons, then they cannot connect with each other. Okay, so there's no reason. That's why polarity is very important for all our substances inside our body, for the combination reaction and for biosynthesis. Okay, ganon. So, carbon, double bond oxygen, then oxygen here. So, oxygen, hydroxyl group plus the hydroxyl group of the fatty acid. What can we do for this? So, by algebra, magamit ka po na itong algebra dili ari ha. Okay. OH plus OH is equals to H2O2. Okay, what is H2O2? This is aguaxinada or hydrogen peroxide that we use in our home. Now, we are not interested with hydrogen peroxide. We are not aftering that one. We need water for the reaction. Okay, so we need to give off this other oxygen. Give off, release. So what will left will be the water. Okay? Upon releasing the other oxygen, one atom of oxygen, it will penetrate as a bridge and a linkage between the glycerol OH group and the carboxyl OH group. So they will attach with each other. So that's the role of one oxygen na atom gi-release. Okay, to connect and will act as a bridge in the OH terminal and the OH terminal of the fatty acid. Then of course, we don't have to write the OH already, right? Because it's already reacted with each other. So upon that situation, the water will be released in the product. Okay, it's gonna be plus H2O. Ganon. Get the point? So, our product will be phospholipids plus water. Ano siya itong product? From phosphate plus glycerol plus fatty acid. So, this is our chemical reaction, organic chemical reaction. This is not a simple reaction. This is organic chemical reaction. Okay? Phosphate group, fatty acids group plus glycerol is equal to phospholipids plus water. Okay. Ganon. Ito saan siya papasok guys. Okay? So, ang mabili na ng higayon na, so atong butangan rin mga namin. Connect na siya. Okay. Connect. Go. Ganon. So, oxygen. Ganon. So, chuchu. So, kaloka. Ganon. Ganon. Talaga. Ganon. Diba? So, imo na yung ipon, guys. Yung ipon. Okay, ipon din yung mukha kayo. Correct? Ito sa carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ganon. So, na kayo oxygen na bridge or oxygen na linkage. So, naiduha ka na connect. So, there are still excess unpaired electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, bingo! Polar molecule. Okay? So because there's an excess electrons, not shared. Okay? So it's not our concern to put the unpaired electrons in books or whatever. We should remove that. It's understood that there are dots there and shared, but we don't have to specify that all the time. Okay? So let's erase this. Okay? Ganon. For the purpose of discussion lang so that we can understand. Okay, so oxygen, ganon. Okay, so now pag-connect sa stearic acid sa usa ka OH sa glycerol, okay, unsay metabol ni higayon na. Charot. Kaloka. Higayon na talaga, okay? So, ang usa pud ka oleic acid mo react sa OH diri sa carbon number 2 sa glycerol. The same story. Now, I need to emphasize what is the reaction for that. So, let's say OH. Okay, negative plus carboxyl group, di ba? So, ang atong formula ni gayon na carbon double bond oxygen, ganun, chupa-chucho, oxygen, and then R. So this is now what we call as glycerol esters. Okay, glycerol ester is the product of esterification reaction between phosphates, alcohol, and fatty acids. Okay, like that. Okay, now, this is an ester already. Now, take note, tinanaad din siya diri ha, makita. Diri sa yung connection. Ganon. So, O, carbon, double bond, oxygen, OR. Ganon. The same also here. Guys, pasensya na, gamay siya kung drawing. Hindi ko ka-estimate siya. Gawin mo kung whiteboard. Okay, same story also. Like this, single band, carbon, oxygen, carbon. Okay, ganon, double bond oxygen, and then ganon, chupa-chucho. Okay, ganon. I-connect lang na guys, ano yung kinabuli. Okay, so R. Okay, siya rin. Connect na siya, rara. Diba? Ano may tabo. So, H. Now, ang usa guys, ka-OH, connect siya sa phosphate. It will be connected to the phosphate. Then, if the direction is going down for the fatty acids, then this time it will go up. What's the reason behind that it will go up? Okay, now you will analyze why the reaction will go up, Sotero. It has to do something with the molecular weight. Because two fatty acids have higher molecular weight compared to phosphate. During movement and transport of the triglycerides by these phospholipids, it will go up. Or else, if it will be reversed, the tail will go up. It's impossible. Okay? It should be the head will go up first. Just like a baby, right? The infant or any baby born will go out. Always the head goes out first. Just like that principle. Okay? And OH here will connect to the phosphate. Ganon. Okay, guys? Molecular weight ha. Anak din yung timanan guys. Basta bugat na gani kaayo. Di siya erog. So that means molecular weight has to do something with that. Because not all the time mass will be given. Okay? It's not mentioned all the time the masses. Okay? It's understood to be the molar mass and the molecular weight. Okay? Ganon. Okay? So, umatabo rin yung ideyo na, makulit siya sa phosphates, then ganyan, tadadat, oxygen, 4 oxygens in a phosphate kasi PO4 kasi siya, right? And there's a negative flow rate. Ang negative reari, tatatat, ganon. And then, double band, oxygen, and then makulit ko siya sa other R. Okay? Alkane. Why na pag siya another R, guys? Because there's still another fatty acids that will try to connect to be, you know, a lot of phospholipids that will come. Okay, and then it will go to our cell membrane. Okay, a series of, you know, phospholipids that will bind our cell membrane. Not only one. This is only for the purpose of discussion. The R here is same story. Another fatty acids will connect there, like that. And then blah blah blah, so and so, and then it will develop thousands or billions or trillions of phospholipids inside our body, because these are very small. We cannot see them in our naked eye, really. So we can see this in a microscopic technology, or shall we say a spectrophotometer. Okay, so spectrophotometry process, something by means of a light will absorb like that into your internal, and it can be seen by the screen of your computer and laptop. So we cannot see this. It's just only purely imagination. Okay? Like that. So this is phosphate, glycerol, ganon, chupa-chucho. And this is the phospholipid. Any questions so far? Ganon? Wala na tayong mga questions, chupa-chucho. Okay. Now guys, kung mo ni ang natagunan ni Gayuna. Okay? Charot. Ang lipoprotein, ganon. Ang lipoprotein, yan ang i-carry dito no, sa bloodstream. Charots. Kaloka. And then, there's also a lot of lipoprotein there. Not only si bad cholesterol, si good cholesterol. Okay. There's a lot of lipoproteins. And we have also proteins that are soluble to water. Okay? So, aton lang hisgutan. By the way, guys, before we end this topic, a behavior that will act as a hydrophobic and a hydrophilic, 50-50 like that, is known as amphipatic organic compound. Amphipatic, Amphipatic. Maybe it will come out also in the board examination. Amphipatic compound that can dissolve in water and at the same time can dissolve in fats or oils. Something like that, 50-50 siya. Muna nindot ang phospholipid. Okay? Di mo siya para sa triglycerides. Okay? Triglycerides will never really dissolve to water and will never be flushed out from our excretory system. Okay? Ganon. Okay, muna siya may tabo. So, if we have the low density lipoprotein, okay, we have also the high density lipoprotein, ganon, okay. So, isa may metabo na may na. Kung low density guys, isa may metabo. Na magpaano sa density is also mass over volume. Charot. Okay? Mag-ratio lang, magpaano sa tami. Density is equals to mass over volume. Then let's say if we have a basis of calculation of 1 gram of lipoprotein that will be circulated into your physiological reactions in your body, let's say 1 pound of lipoprotein. Ganon. Okay? So, kung natin 1 pound of lipoprotein, so 1 pound. Ganon. So, let's say we have a volume of 1,000 liters or chuba-chucho, ganon. Okay? So, pound per liter. Ganon. Muna itong density. Okay? Or you can have grams per liter. Okay, ganon. Now, iba na yung ikon, hala, kung taas na siya mass, taas pa siya density. So, meaning to say, high density is more massive compared to the low density. More massive, meaning bugat or heavier. Because of the formula, see, density is equal to mass over volume, and density is directly proportional to mass and inversely proportional to the volume. Right? In theory and principles of proportionality in science and mathematics, right? So it's going to be like that. So HDL, the good cholesterol, is heavier than the low density lipoprotein or the bad cholesterol. That's why the bad cholesterol is very active because it's very less dense compared to the good cholesterol, which is a little bit heavier. So, dali na siya mudagan. Okay? Dali na siya mo-transport. Bakit? Kuan man siya good, low density. So, si high density, yan yung overpoweran per mean. So, that's why, ang tendency, mataas yung atong cholesterol. Okay? Because taas na si low density. Kaya kuan man siya, gaan. Okay? So, dali na siya makalakaw, makadagan, di ba? The more you are not heavy, the more you can run faster. The same story with this also. Our bad cholesterol is faster than the good cholesterol. So that's why if we don't do anything, the bad cholesterol will develop the triglyceride too much in our body and we will become overweight and obese. And then we will develop type 2 diabetes, ganon, okay? And a lot of diseases. Okay? So, muna yung po. Okay? Unless siguro, if we cut off the saturated fats in our body. Okay? Kaya makatabang dito ni high density lipoprotein, which is our good cholesterol. Okay? Like that. But, if that is the case, di kaon lang mag itlog sa egg yolk because it contains high density lipoprotein. Diba? Based on the study that University of Calgary Public School of Health, based on their studies really that the egg yolk contains high density lipoprotein. So if you keep on eating that one, maybe it will overpower the low density lipoprotein or the bad cholesterol. Okay? You get the point? So it's really wrong to say that the egg yolk contains high cholesterol. Yes, it is, but it means total cholesterol. Okay? As I told you, total cholesterol is equal to bad cholesterol plus good cholesterol plus 0.2% of our triglycerides. it is not directly proportional to the bad cholesterol directly. Okay, so that's why sa ato ng mga minuno or kanang mga sulti nga taas og cholesterol ang kuan, ang orange or egg yolk, it's not really based on scientific research. Okay, so we need to eat at least 3 times a day egg. Okay, so it's not bad for the health if you eat that daily a la food. Okay, get the point? And it could also take care of our liver because our liver needs albumin protein. Okay, albumin protein is very, very, very expensive. I remember when my father was, diagnosed with liver cirrhosis. Oh my gosh, only like that 5,000 pesos. Really. And then we almost, I cannot explain. Basta mahal kayo siya guys. And then yung regular doctor, we can get this equivalent if we keep on eating eggs in every day. Okay, because albumin protein can be obtained by the egg. And this is already a medicine. Okay, that we need to put in your father like that. And it costs 5,000 pesos because my father also doesn't eat eggs during when he's a child. Right, that. So, hindi siya maka-offer niyo ng eggs. Ganon. So, if you are a child or your daughter or son, so feed them with eggs. Dili alatul because it's very good for our liver. Okay, it contains also choline, choline, right? For the development of our, this one? Kani ba kanang sa luyo? Spinal column. Okay, nakalimot sa English. Spinal column development. Okay, and also for the fetus of the women. Okay, the development of the brain cells of the fetus. Kung hinaon ang babae o itlog, then bingo, it's okay for the development of the fetus. Something like, nabasahan na muna na ako guys. Okay? Ganon siya. Ang sabi oras ko, matug na ko. Charot! Nakakalawa ka. Okay? Choline. Laoy choline kayo mo, part na siya sa phospholipids ha? Okay, ganon. Okay. Ganon siya. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. First, we have to distinguish what is apolipoprotein. We have also apolipoprotein. Okay, ganon. We have also chylomicron. So this study really is related to medical science. Okay, like that. And we have also low density lipoprotein, which is very popular, right? Low density lipoprotein, high density lipoprotein. And we have also very low density lipoprotein. So this is very dangerous. Very low density lipoprotein. More dangerous than LDL. Okay? And then we have also the IDL, intermediate lipoprotein. Okay? So these are the types of lipoproteins that will transport the phospholipids and the triglycerides into our bloodstream to be distributed and circulated to different organs, receptors that needs the energy production like that, the conversion of cholesterol to vitamin D in our liver and in our kidney, something like that. Okay, and for the development and as a component of our cell membrane also, right? And not only that, to provide really insulation inside our body, meaning a heating process. So sometimes it will act also as a fuel. Okay, we need, heating process inside our body. Without that, we will be also sick. Okay, so there must be a exchange of heating and cooling process inside our body. Okay, so most na siya ang function sa mga lipoproteins o sa mga fats, ganun siya. Okay, very clear ha. Muna siya ang memorize mo. Enumerate the 6 types of lipoproteins. Your answer will be apolipoprotein, chylomicron, low density lipoprotein, high density lipoprotein, very low density lipoprotein, and intermediate lipoprotein. Ganon. Okay? And for example, which among them is a good lipoprotein and a good cholesterol? Your answer will be HDL only ha. No other. High density lipoprotein. So this can help for our good health. Muna siya ang dakong contribution sa conversion of, cholesterol to vitamin D. Get the point? Vitamin D3 coming from the heat of the sun, it will be absorbed, it will go to our epidermis skin, pores, and then the cholesterol will meet that or combine or absorb. After absorption, it goes to the bloodstream, okay, because there's lipoprotein waiting also to the cholesterol and they are combining there, okay, like, and then it will be converted to vitamin D, something like that, okay, and that is now called the calcidiol, and after that, calcitriol. Charot! Okay mo na siya. Ang iyang trabaho guys is to maintain adequate levels of our calcium and phosphate concentrations for our bone growth, health development, the teeth and the skeletal and the muscles. Okay, something like that. So, para mabaskud ta. Okay, so gamit kasi cholesterol, right? Get the point? But di lang siya pasubraan ha. Above 200 milligrams per deciliter, which is the requirement of total cholesterol. Okay, but the bad cholesterol should always be less than 100 milligrams per deciliter. Okay, but the high density lipoprotein or the good cholesterol should be at least above 100 because good man siya. Okay, ganon. Wala itong imanan guys. But ang doktor ko namin, good cholesterol sa good. Iman na siya i-analyze ang result. Saan na siya? Total ni siya. Ganon. Okay? So, compute na yung kao. Total cholesterol is good. But sa mga hindi na natin concern sa mga. Kita nito sa record mo na ginagawa pasok sa akong alimpatakan. Okay? But sometimes we need to be clever enough. There's the triglycerides here. What will be able to do? You will ask really the doctor. You will ask, Doc, is this a bad cholesterol or the good cholesterol or the total cholesterol? So that you can understand really that it's the total because it's safe if total. Of course, total kasi siya. Okay, then if it is really a bad cholesterol, problem. Okay, 100 ba ang limit niya? Okay, napabay triglyceride na puno sa equation. Ganon. Okay, and then the triglycerides also must not be above 150 milligrams per deciliter. So maglibog na kaunsa na siya nga reading sa imong medical result. Diba? Ganun siya guys. Any questions so far? Sa itong phospholipid, ganon. Okay. So, you can comment down below in the comment section if you like this video, and then you can subscribe to the channel if you like also, and you can click the notification bell for some news and updates. I am singer, eternal voice. Bye bye, God bless everybody. Ganon, nakakaloka. Tada! Oh, yes, naka-vlog kong kausap.